Hi guys, welcome to the Ellen Show. Welcome to the Earthquake Report. We know the Earth moves, and earthquakes happen. Guys, we have a very uneventful day, pretty much as usual. This week has been very good. In terms of earthquakes, it's been on the mild side, and other than the usual suspect, nothing really out of the ordinary, which is great, right? Because we know when these things go bananas, there are damages, there are injuries, people hurt, right? My show is about trying to come out of this crisis or any other crisis without any scratches by using our intellect, by lighting up our mind. The world needs a lot of this, a lot of loving people, a lot of heart, right? Love again, guys, love again. Don't let yourself be consumed by frustration, by the things you can't control. In the end, they only hurt you even more. Now we're seeing out there a lot of disruption, right? We take one event and we turn it into multiple events. And in the end, who are on the losing end of this situation? Business owners, employees, the average person, yeah, loses their place to work. Guys, we can't change the world. It's not going to work like that. It's an eternity. We've been trying these tactics forever, right? I mean, since I'm a kid, since I remember, it's the same tactics. I remember LA riots, right? People didn't have a place to go shop. The markets were gone. Nobody wanted to do business because of the investments, and then I remember going around, and National Guard was up, big tanks, big things, like it was wild. I've seen that before and when I was a kid, and that kind of brought me memories, and I was like, this is you can't win this. That's a lot of armor. So it just gets worse. Guys, my show is about earthquakes, about hurricanes, but it's also about crisis, right? So we're going through a very uh, um, important time in our country, right? Um, this is my area here, Southern California, LA, today, courtesy of Channel 4, I guess. But given what's going on, we want to make sure that we take a little bit more time. We get those protocols. That's West Hollywood. Importantly, we keep curfew at 8 o'clock. So what's going to happen? We know that I'll keep you posted with this. So let's go to my show. Let's see what we can, uh, illustrate here. So I'm going to turn this around for a moment. Oh, by the way, say hello to Mr. Dummy. Don't be a dummy. Guys, get your information, get your facts. Don't overreact. Thank you for those who subscribe on my channel, those who leave me little comments. I appreciate it. I'm trying to build something, trying to reach out at least one person to illuminate you, illustrate you, inspire, or at least entertain you. Okay. Never done this before. I'm a salesman by trade for almost 4 decades, actually about 4 decades. And it's always been fun, being in business and transactions and things like that. But this is different. This is different, but it's very entertaining. It's nonstop. It's always something happening. It's always a breaking news. Now I know why the news, they always have breaking news. Right? So at any minute, things turn differently. But the show is about being prepared. We know what's coming. If you're in the area of Southern California, you're on high alert right now. Anything can go off at any minute with the way the tensions are, right? Authorities are having curfew. People going to break those curfews most likely, and I hope they don't. But now they're announcing they're going to do some arrest, and it's just not good. It's just not good at all, right? That's a recipe for a very long Saturday night. And just my prayers go to everybody involved, the protesters, the law enforcement, everybody. Let's try to calm down, guys. At least one at a time. Let's calm down. Let's give this an opportunity. You know, we are better than this. You know, so what can I say? Another day in paradise, right? I'm gonna put you on hold for a moment here. We're gonna turn it around. Guys, as you can see, no major disasters, nothing uh, out of the ordinary that's been going on for the week. No major earthquakes to report, so that's a great news. Although we've been having the usual suspects. Guys, forgive me if I'm a little bit low on energy today. I'm doing the show a little later than usual, but I'm a little concerned about what's going on out there. If you have children, these things are never good, especially for the youth. You can see a lot of youngsters out there. Some people getting hurt. Some people are getting actually physically hurt. So, it's just my heart goes out to everybody that's just trying to do things, and sometimes it's just the methods don't work, right? But let's focus on this for a moment and let's get through this day, okay? So Nevada, 2.7. But let's see what the largest earthquake of the day was today. And by the way, today is Saturday, May 30th, 2020. We are being tested today all over the United States. Hopefully, things, the tempers calm down a little bit and we can all move on with our lives, right? So here we go. We got 2.7. I guess that's the measure of the day. Let's see here. Okay, we go to the world to see what's the biggest, what's the main event of the day is. What's going on? Largest right here. Okay. It's a 5.6 in Japan. Japan is prone to earthquakes. Remember that mega quake that created the tsunami in 2011? A lot of people got hurt on that one. Some people, they were ready, they were alert, and they were able to spare their lives. But when we are in areas that are prone to natural disasters, we have to be on alert. It doesn't cost anything. And believe me, you are never going. A lot of people believe that, those are things for older people or for like maybe people that are not so brave to be prepared. Believe me, natural disasters in comparison to an individual power is no match. The only thing that can save is your readiness, your timing, And nobody, believe me, nobody in the end is gonna say, "Oh, look, this guy was ready. What a fool!" Right? If you spare your life, or you can help other people by doing so. In fact, you're gonna turn out to be one of the smartest people other people ever met because they say, "Wow, look at this person. He was able to manage," and especially if you can come out without any scratches and be able to help your fellow man, right? You don't want to be a victim in life. You want to be engaged with life every day, in every way. You don't want to be one of those people that just gets caught by surprise on everything. No, you got to be on the beat. You have to be fit. You have to be ready to go. Your mind sharp. It's fun. It's fun to do all these things so that you can create uh, confidence not only in you but people around you. They can count on you too, and that's very important in the overall picture of the mental health of the country, of the world. When people are very sufficient of their own, the world benefits as a whole. The whole human race benefits because more people are able to engage and be productive in the process of living life in a better way, right? So um, that's what the difference in times is between countries. You see some countries are extremely prosperous. I was watching a little bit of a report. I don't know if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But in Switzerland, I guess every citizen has to learn how to manage weapons and how to, and I guess they have to participate in the military. So That's an amazing thing. Why? Because everybody is ready. It's a small country and it needs to be protected. So that's on one scale, but on the other, if you know you live in earthquake country, right? Earthquake zones, and some of them are harder than others, then you need to have preparations, right? Just in the event. Right now, we're having civil unrest in the areas of major metropolitans. Well, guys, go out there and be ready. Make sure that you're not a victim of these things and make sure that you know what's going on around you. Because you don't want to be caught by surprise in a highway or something, everything is blocked. And you knew, for example, if it took you 2 minutes to find out what's going on, then you know what highways not to take, what areas avoid. For you children too, remember, not only you have to concern about your children, but you also are the mother or the father of those children, so you want to get home no matter what, right? So you want to be alert. When right now we are living on unsettling times and anything can happen, so let's be engaged in life, in living, and make sure we're participating in the positive way of life. We are builders. We are building our world up, and there's a lot of people, believe me, that don't want things the way they are. So if you know that you live in those hot zones, if you live in those pocket areas where things can be so unpredictable, then you have to be alert, you have to be on guard. I don't want to speak about these things, but they happen. And like last night here in LA, a lot of weird things happen, a lot of bad things happen. All right, let's move. Well, again, earthquakes, right? This whole week we had mild, right, earthquakes around, and it was very calm for the entire, except from Monday through Saturday, right? Tomorrow I don't do this show. I don't do this show on Sundays. It's my complete day off from every activity on video making. So I hope you guys have a great Sunday too. But here we go. We're gonna give you the entire picture why earthquakes are so dangerous, right? When we look at the real picture of what they can do, right? And by doing that is we go into a 30-day frame. So you can see when we light up this thing, right? There you have a 6.5 right here, right? And then you have this is the 30-day May event, 6.8, 6.6, Solomon Islands. Then you have a 6.6 that hit by the island of Crete, I believe, and that was on May 2nd. And on May 15th, it feels like it was a long time ago, but it's barely like 2 weeks ago that we had a 6.5 in Nevada that rattled people's homes and created damages and rattled people's nerves in Las Vegas, in areas surrounding the epicenter. So guys, remember, it's never an urgency, it's never an emergency until it's knocking on your door. By then, it's too late to prepare. So you want to take that chance? Well, that's a gamble. As a gambler, I tell you, that's a bet I will never take. I'd rather be prepared and look like a fool and never have to, go through anything, or be prepared, and if something happen, have what I need, and be able to take care of myself and my family and the people that I love, right? And also the people that lives around me, right? So here we go. We're gonna move to hurricanes for a moment. There's a little bit of activity being created. They haven't named this storm yet. It's right here, almost coming here into the Bahamas, I believe. Let's see. See, uh, here we are, right? Hamilton area, right here, and this thing took a real sharp left, right? And now when we look at the trajectory of this, it was going to north, and then you can see, that's what I'm telling you. These things are so unpredictable. This is Storm 92L, hasn't been named yet. Remember this, the coming up name is Cristobal. And this will be the tour. Okay, the hurricane season starts on June 1st. So if this is named between today and tomorrow, then you'll have 3 storms prior to the start of the season, and that seems to be like a new record of some kind. that that you had three named storms. Arthur was number one, Bertha number two, and if this storm is named, it's going to be named Cristobal according to the NOAA. They already have 21 names set up for the storms that they're expecting for this season. The season has started with a pack, and we'll see what it can do. But now we're seeing three storms right here. One in the there's two developing here in the Pacific, right here off the coast of El Salvador, Guatemala area, right? So these are the two. Look, they're twins right here. They developed within the last, 48, 24 hours actually. Um, so they haven't been named yet. They're all tropical depressions, but you can see these things are they're starting to look a little, strong, right, for what they are. But this is a little bit concerning right here because this storm has taken a real sharp left turn. Look at this. And look at what we have here, the eastern seaboard of the United States. So if you live in this coastline right here, Atlantic City, New York, all these areas, we know that nobody's exempt to anything when it comes to natural disasters. So you want to keep an eye on this and you want to start preparing for the season, right? Don't wait till the last minute, especially now that we also dealing with this civil unrest and we're dealing with COVID-19 and the political climate also. All those things can be very unsettling. So be prepared. This is the year, ladies and gentlemen. Get your nerves up and get off the comfort zone. Don't be surprised by any of these things. All right, I'm gonna turn this around. Well, let me give you a little bit of this. I was watching this.
Becomes easier to
You know,
manage
and
specific
I'm
areas.
following this closely
You
because
did
I
also-
only live a few miles from this,
You
like
got it.
within
Everyone.
less than
Thank
10
you so much,
miles
sir.
of this, believe it
All
or
right,
not.
we're going to go back to Gil.
So
He's
I'm
in
watching
news
this
report
closely
Bravo, and
because,
he has more on these
this is
fire
my
trucks that are there
hometown.
now,
I grew up
and
here,
the fire that was
and
just put out.
Kathy and
so
Jonathan, yeah, the fire
I'm
department got a
very
call of a structure fire here,
sad to see
7900
this,
block
but
of
we
Beverly
gotta be
Boulevard.
engaged, guys. Gotta be alert, right?
In fact, we moved over here just before they
See,
got here,
a
and
lot of
it
action.
looked like
This
rubbish.
is just happening right now. There's hundreds and hundreds of people out there. We have a curfew in LA. Starts at 8 o'clock, and they just announced a curfew in West LA too. I don't know what's going on the other cities right now because I've been keeping an eye on this. I'm not too far away from this, but there's mountains, but that can be very unsettling. I have family, I have, so we are also on alert here, making sure that we all come out of this without any scratches. You see, guys, we've been talking about this show in the last few weeks, right? Sorry about this. And now here I am. How many of you, if you run into this video, if you are a subscriber of mine, how many of you are already in this, right? We talk about this from the beginning. This started, and I prepared for the COVID before it came to America because I already saw it in China, right? Then I started buying some masks, things like that. I needed because you never know how things gonna turn out, right? So the world, is constantly changing, right? 195 borders, conflicts happen, illnesses, pestilences. So I could have an entire career here just talking about terrible things, but that's not what this is about. It's not about scaring you, it's about empowering you. A lot of people out there, look, they're not ready, so they react, right? And they're fed this information that sometimes can be wrong, right? You have to have enough time yourself to say, okay, wait a minute, yeah, this is really bad, this is terrible, but we have methods to solve things, right? Somebody has a problem, am I going to run, give my life for something, and then in the end, it was resolved in a different form? Let's not be dummies, guys. That's why Mr. Dummy here, he wants to be the star of the show, right? But look, he's the one wearing the mask because we have to think about things, We have to use our little light bulb in here. We only have one life. We're going to compromise it. We talk about consequences of overreacting, right? So we just have to take a deep breath and let the process take. its own course. Because now you create from one problem, you're going to create 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the goal, the ultimate goal, right? And who's directing this whole thing, right? I see a lot of craziness going on, but who's directing it ultimately, right? Do they have your best interests? Are they going to come and help you get out of the jam when you're in? Well, just remember that, and may God bless everybody out there. I know you're trying. People are trying, but what are the methods that we're using, right? So let's get calm. Let's give peace, an opportunity to prevail, right? For all of us, right? In the end, where are you gonna go if you lose your home? If you lose everything, where are you gonna go? You tell me. So, guys, this is I usually I don't watch news from the TV. I get my news online. It's easier for me, that way I can control uh, the actual facts, because I don't want to be told one thing. I want to know both sides. I want to know it's a horrible thing what happened. It's a horrible thing. I don't wish that to any human being. And you know what? This has been lives destroyed over this. And that is a whole tragedy in itself, right? I can't tell you, stress you enough to be careful out there. If you're gonna go drive away and things like that, make sure the roads are okay. Keep up with your news, because this is the moment that you want to know where the roads blocks are, if there's any type in your surrounding, right? And also give each other, keep contact the people around you. You never know; these people might be scared, right? So contact one another. Make sure you know where your family is and all that. These are very unsettling times, right? And a little voice of love, a little voice of help will make things get over it. We're not walking dead yet. I know a lot of people are like aiming at seeing people like chasing one another. No. Love and will prevail. But are you ready? Let's be ready, guys. Let's get strong. Let's not be lazy waiting until the crisis comes knocking on your door. And then you go, oh, okay, let me go. No. Sorry, too late. Let's get busy. Get busy, get busy. Turn off the crazy and go and do something to get yourself, ready for whatever eventuality, right? So, guys, I wish I was able to give you better news than today. It's really unsettling what's going on, because look, they're already bringing in the military in some cities, right? And those guys, man, this is our armed forces. These guys don't mess around. And I'm glad we have levels of protection for the city, right? Because we never know. We never know. They may be needed, right? But I hope it's not going to get to that point. Everybody's going to try to calm down. And let's see what happens. So, guys, make sure you keep up with your news, keep up with the roads. If you're going to go out there, make sure that, everything is safe, because, we want to come out of this without any scratches, okay? May God love you. May the love of God be with you guys, and, protect you in your trails, right? And and also be prepared. Be prepared. Be prepared. Guys, thank you for tuning in on this Saturday. Oh, it failed. My videos are not edited. They are what they are, imperfect. But we're gonna try it again. How about that? So, thank you for tuning in. This was the Earthquake Report. God bless you. God bless our country. God bless the world. All right. Ciao, Beth.